Welcome to Vietnam, a country with an incredible history, fascinating culture, and breathtaking landscapes. Officially known as the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, this nation is situated in Southeast Asia on the eastern part of the Indochina Peninsula, with a territorial extent of about 331,000 square kilometers. Vietnam borders Cambodia, Laos, and China, and has a population of approximately 100 million people, making it the 15th most populous country in the world. The Vietnamese population is predominantly young, with an average age of around 32 years, and is composed of 54 different ethnic groups, each with its own traditions, customs, and languages. Ethnic Vietnamese, known as Kinh, represent approximately 85% of the total population, while other groups such as the Hmong, Tay, and Khmer contribute to the country's cultural richness. Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, is a city of rare beauty and history. Founded in the 11th century, Hanoi is known for its French colonial architecture, with elegant buildings and tree-lined boulevards, contrasting with vibrant markets and bustling streets. Hoan Kiem Lake, with its legend of the sacred sword, is one of the city's main attractions, while the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum draws visitors from around the world to pay homage to the revolutionary leader. Ho Chi Minh City, also known as Saigon, is Vietnam's largest city and a global economic and cultural hub. This dynamic metropolis features a fascinating mix of influences, with modern buildings coexisting with Buddhist temples and remnants of the colonial era. The Reunification Palace, the War Remnants Museum, and Ben Thanh Market are just a few of the iconic landmarks that depict the country's history, a history marked by a constant struggle for independence and national sovereignty. Vietnam has a millennia-long history, with records dating back to the 2nd century BC, when the country was dominated by various kingdoms and dynasties. Over the centuries, Vietnam faced numerous invasions and foreign occupations, from the Chinese to the French, who colonized the country in the 19th century. The struggle for Vietnam's independence reached its peak during the Vietnam War, a conflict that lasted nearly 3 decades and pitted North Vietnam, supported by the Soviet Union, against South Vietnam, supported by the United States. This turbulent period is marked by iconic images, such as the fall of Saigon in 1975, which culminated in the reunification of the country under the rule of the Communist Party of Vietnam. Despite the challenges and traumas of war, the Vietnamese people have shown remarkable resilience and determination in rebuilding their nation. In recent decades, Vietnam has transformed into an emerging economic powerhouse, with rapid industrial growth and increasing integration into the global economy. Today, walking through the streets of Vietnam, one can see the smiles on the faces of the locals, reflecting the resilience and ability to overcome adversity that characterize this incredible nation. They also demonstrate a deep connection to their cultural roots, preserving ancient traditions such as cuisine, music, and martial arts. Vietnamese martial arts like Vo Việt Nam and Nguyen have centuries-old histories and are deeply embedded in the national identity. These fighting styles, developed over generations, combine hand-to-hand combat techniques with philosophies of mental and spiritual discipline. Practitioners of all ages gather in academies and public parks to hone their skills and preserve this martial heritage. In addition to martial arts, Vietnam is also known for its stunning traditional dances. One of the most famous is the lion dance, where performers dressed in elaborate lion costumes execute sinuous and acrobatic movements, symbolizing strength, courage, and prosperity. Another iconic dance is the umbrella dance, where graceful dancers twirl and juggle their colorful umbrellas, creating a mesmerizing choreography. Vietnamese music is also a reflection of the country's rich cultural tapestry. Instruments such as the Dan Bao, Dan Tran, and Dan Guier are used in classical and folk music performances, evoking the bucolic landscapes and spirituality of Vietnam. When discussing the cultural richness of Vietnam, we cannot overlook another fundamental aspect of its identity: coffee production, which has become one of the main pillars of the country's economy. Today, Vietnam is the second largest producer and exporter of coffee in the world, surpassed only by Brazil. This prominent position is the result of decades of investment and innovation in the coffee sector, transforming the country into a major global player in this market. Vietnam's climatic and geographical conditions, with its fertile lands and ideal altitudes, are particularly conducive to coffee cultivation. In addition to the quantity, Vietnam also stands out for the diversity of its coffee. From the smooth and aromatic Robustas to the intense and earthy Arabicas, Vietnamese coffee beans captivate palates worldwide. This variety of flavors reflects the richness and complexity of the country's coffee culture. And now, another curious fact about Vietnam that I bet you didn't know. Unlike countries like the United States, where the minimum legal drinking age is 21, there is no minimum legal age for the purchase and consumption of alcoholic beverages in Vietnam. This lack of age restrictions regarding alcohol surprises many visitors who are used to stricter regulations elsewhere in the world. In Vietnam, you can see people of all ages, from teenagers to the elderly, enjoying a nice glass of beer in the bustling streets of Saigon at night. Now, close your eyes and imagine yourself walking at night on a street filled with colorful lights and numerous beautiful Vietnamese women. Rest assured, what you just projected in your mind is entirely real. In Vietnam, nightlife is a truly immersive and engaging experience. As night falls, Vietnamese cities transform into centers of energy and fun. On the streets, you'll be enveloped by an atmosphere of joy and sociability, with people of all ages gathering to enjoy the nightlife. Bars, clubs, and cafes are packed, with pulsating music and the sound of lively conversations filling the air. Here, you can experience the famous local beer Bia Hoi, served cold and refreshing, while observing urban life pulsating around you. But nightlife in Vietnam goes far beyond bars and nightclubs. Night markets, like Hanoi Night Market, become true entertainment venues, with colorful stalls selling handicrafts, street food, and cultural performances. It's not uncommon to find groups of friends and families gathering in public squares to dance, sing, and have fun. This integration of nightlife with local culture is what makes the Vietnamese experience so unique and authentic. As you venture through the illuminated streets of Vietnam at night, you'll encounter numerous food stalls. And let me tell you, if you enjoy Asian cuisine, Vietnam is the ideal place for you. Vietnamese cuisine is globally renowned for its freshness, balance of flavors, and generous use of herbs and spices. Throughout the country, you'll be able to savor dishes that harmoniously combine the basic elements of local cuisine: rice, vegetables, seafood, and meats. One of the most famous dishes is pho, a rice noodle soup with meat, fresh herbs, and flavorful sauces. This delight is consumed at all times of the day, from breakfast to the evening meal. Another typical dish is banh mi, a sandwich with baked bread filled with meats, vegetables, and spicy seasonings. But Vietnamese cuisine goes far beyond these classics. You'll also find dishes like bún chả with rice noodles, grilled meat, and vegetables, goi quan, fresh and crispy spring rolls, and cá kho to, a fish dish cooked in caramel sauce. What makes Vietnamese food so special is the perfect combination of flavors, textures, and aromas. Vietnamese people use a wide variety of herbs, such as coriander, mint, and basil, as well as spices like ginger, pepper, and kaffir lime. This richness of ingredients gives the dishes a unique complexity and freshness. By exploring Vietnam's nightlife and savoring this irresistible cuisine, you'll have the opportunity to connect even more deeply with the culture and essence of this fascinating country. Another aspect that fascinates those visiting Vietnam is the breathtaking landscapes and temples that spread across the territory. From north to south, Vietnam is a land of stunning natural contrasts. You can admire the imposing forest-covered mountain ranges, such as the Hoang Linh Mountains, with its highest peak, Mount Phan Xipang, or get lost in the stunning bays of Ha Long, with their hundreds of limestone islands emerging from turquoise waters. In addition to natural landscapes, Vietnam is also home to a rich architectural and religious heritage. Buddhist temples, such as the Temple of Literature in Hanoi and the Linh Ung Temple in Da Nang exhibit a beauty and spirituality that captivate visitors' imaginations. These sacred sites not only preserve Vietnam's ancient tradition, but also offer a unique opportunity to understand the deep connection of the Vietnamese people with their cultural and spiritual roots. And speaking of spirituality, the Vietnamese people have diverse religious traditions. Although Buddhists predominate, representing about 75% of the population, other beliefs are also significant. About 7% of Vietnamese follow Taoism and Confucianism, which significantly influence culture and social relations. Catholicism, present in 7% of the population, is a legacy of French colonization, with landmarks such as the Saigon Cathedral. The country also hosts minorities of other religions, such as Cao Dai, a syncretic religion that combines elements of Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, and Catholicism. This religious diversity reflects the cultural richness and tolerance that characterize Vietnamese society. The cost of living in Vietnam is another aspect that surprises and attracts many visitors to this country. Compared to other nations in Southeast Asia, Vietnam stands out for offering excellent value for money, allowing travelers to make the most of their experience. Starting with rent, prices in central cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are considerably more affordable than in many other destinations. For example, a one-bedroom apartment in the center of Hanoi can cost around $300 to $500 per month. In Ho Chi Minh City, the same type of accommodation can be found for $400 to $600. When it comes to groceries and dining expenses, Vietnam also stands out for its affordability. You can enjoy delicious meals at local restaurants for as little as $3 to $5 per person. Even in more upscale establishments, you are unlikely to spend more than $15 for a full meal. And for shopping at the market, you will find fruits, vegetables, and other basic items at very affordable prices. This financial accessibility extends to other expenses, such as cultural activities, leisure activities, and transportation. And this is an interesting topic to discuss about Vietnam. Here, traffic is often chaotic, with thousands of motorcycles weaving through cars, bicycles, and pedestrians on the streets. At first glance, Vietnamese traffic may seem like pure chaos. Motorcyclists navigate the streets in an uninterrupted flow, often ignoring traffic signals and rules of the road. Pedestrians cross the roads amidst the vehicles, relying on their ability to dodge obstacles. However, this apparent chaos hides an impressive efficiency. Vietnamese people have developed a kind of synchronized dance in traffic, anticipating each other's movements and maneuvering with agility. Even amidst the confusion, serious accidents are rare because all participants in traffic seem to be in tune. Furthermore, public transportation in Vietnam also stands out for its accessibility. Buses, trains, and subways offer a comprehensive network and very low fares, allowing local residents and visitors to travel easily around the cities. Now, speaking about Vietnamese women, it's impossible not to be impressed by their beauty and elegance. These women have delicate features and a natural grace that truly captivates. With their smooth skin and dark hair, Vietnamese women exude captivating femininity. Their bright, expressive eyes seem to reflect the depth of their culture and the richness of their traditions. Many of them embrace traditional attire, such as the Ao Dai, a long, flowing dress that accentuates their delicate silhouette. But the beauty of Vietnamese women goes far beyond the physical. They are known for their strength of character, determination, and ability to balance household responsibilities. They represent the resilience and versatility of the Vietnamese people, challenging stereotypes and carving out their space in an increasingly egalitarian society. I hope you enjoyed this journey through Vietnam. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Click on one of the videos appearing on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll enjoy the content. See you in the next video.